Hi guys, welcome back to a session for something a bit special. As you can see, we're in Prague, but here at the bottom where there was just a big empty space, I had some fun with the item dropper, object dropper, whatever it's called, and built myself a little ghetto skate park. This was pretty much directly inspired by one of Pigeon Thief's most recent videos, where he just, customized some spots with stuff from the item dropper. I think that video was called the most underrated feature of session or something similar. And after watching that video, I realized I hadn't been using the item dropper much myself. And I should use it more often because it is pretty underrated. There have been times where a spot was just almost skatable, but not really. And one of the items would have made it properly skatable, but I never thought to do it. So yeah, this is my little Prague park. Quick walkthrough. Here in the corner are some DIY concrete ramps. Generally, I like to have some kind of quarter pipe or bank at each end, so it just makes it a bit more flowy to go back and forth. So actually, let's start from this side, because this is where I began. And this big quarter fun box with a ledge and a rail. This little tire gap, which is not that little actually, but I still want to find something to do with these dirt patches, planters, whatever they are. Here we have a little box, grind box, mani pad, which is pretty short, but it's enough, or it's long enough to do something on. Here we have two wall hips, I think they're called officially. They don't really flow that well. I feel like they should be a bit closer together, so it makes it easier to go from the first to the next. But it kinda works. This centerpiece, I forget what it's called. It lends itself well to approach it from various angles. You can use it as a hip. if you come at it from this angle, you can low pop into grinds sometimes. Not this time. Yeah. Maybe I'll manage to land one later. Here, I'm not really pleased with these two things. I had this box first, and then I was trying to find a way to, a way so you could get onto it from the other side. I like this hip. But I don't know, I think I'll have to find something instead of the box. Or just space them out a bit differently. A simple little flat rail. I still need something small in this big open space. This quarter pipe. It's just to stop yourself from running into the ledge. And some decks for ollie practice or whatever. Just something to keep it going. I almost forgot to mention this. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure I like this thing. I like it, but it's tricky to skate. Was that a 540 laser? .540 double laser, I think. Not sure that's what it's called. See, after that thing you just lose all speed. I like this pole jam when I actually manage to hit it. Could maybe use something else around here, like a small rail or another stack of decks. I remember from back in the day when I used to make parks in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Most of the time it didn't interest me at all, but once I started building stuff, I got pretty obsessive about it, about making everything just right. And it's turning out to be the same in session. Realistically, I could just have a bunch of pole jams back to back. And that would be enough to keep me busy for hours. Trying to think what I could put instead of that thing. With that amount of speed, it's pretty much a perfect gap. But if you go any slower, you clip the tires. I need, I think, half a push more. Big tray flip. Or double varial. It's hard to see because the tire's gone in the way. Weird tray double flip, I think, technically. Unintentional revert. If only this game had grabs. I don't know if that's even in the stars that grabs will be added, or if it's just not possible. I can't believe that worked. Pretty clean as well. I'll have to see how well this all works, because I don't want to have it be too cluttered and always running into stuff. I think this guy would be better here. And it kind of matches the hip. And this shorter guy here coming out of that wall hip. Yeah, but this is all too close together. It kinda works. It's also a bit cramped. Still, like, not enough happening there. Come on. Thank you. Like this, it kinda works better. If you don't, or if you skip the small hips. I think you have to move this somewhere here. It's really just about figuring out which paths you naturally take. And then just put obstacles in that path that work. More accurately put, I guess it's about, and I know I'm overanalyzing. On the one hand, having paths that flow well, so not like that. But also just having options for different paths. Okay. Come on, get out. Okay. Terrible 50. Not sure I like that rail. It's a bit, I don't know, it feels too tall. I do like this rail though, not sure it's placed optimally. I'll keep it in the mix, just more out of the way. Maybe this, I don't know. kind of fun. This, not so much. Maybe it could work instead of this, but I quite like that that normal flat box. Okay, this green thing is staying for sure. Wheel slide. Those don't really work that well, like power sliding into pole jams, because it's not fully in the ground, if that makes sense. But maybe if I sink it down a bit. Let's try that again. Pretty cool. I might want to do the same thing to this one, because he does not want to do backside power slides. Come on, front side. Not sure if that's an issue with my controller or with the game. So front side is both sticks outwards. Backside is left stick up and right stick left, which does not make sense. In theory, that's possible. It shouldn't be as fun as it is. The thing is, I don't really have much to hit going in this direction. 'Cause maybe that pole jam has to go like this. That works. whatever that was. And then in this direction we have the pole jam. I went the wrong way. I did a backside body varial. I wanted to do a front side. No. Yeah. Well, I think I did one shove it too many. I think I lost the muscle memory for kickflip body variants. I mean, you can. I suppose you can hit a pole jam the opposite direction. Why doesn't it work? What was that? Why did he do a late back foot? Okay, I'm not supposed to catch with my right foot, I suppose. Oh, okay. It was the correct foot, but I was catching in the wrong direction. Double flip. But I'll take it. I don't know what it is about gaps like this, but whoops. Frontside shoves just look much better than they are. Just to confirm. You know, still looks cool. Can you hit this thing like this? Technically, it's not great. And I'm so used to having that pole jam in the other direction. There's a few obstacles that are definitely keepers, like this pyramid. And that's basically it, really. Not counting the quarter pipes, because they're more utility than you know, anything else. Struggling with words. Honestly, I'm not sure I made it better as a whole. I like this thing, but I'm not sure about the placement. I like this fun box, but a tiny bit more run-up would help. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. I hope this inspires you in some way to go and make your own park in session. Because it is a lot of fun, especially if you're like me and all the maps and DLC maps and whatever, they all start to get a bit stale. It can be a bit intimidating, maybe, but like, this is a very basic park, and it's still just a lot of fun to go back and forth. Not so much find different lines, but make your own lines from scratch. But that is it. Thank you for watching and for listening, as always. Take care, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.